Everyone, this is my beautiful friend Lisa. We met in the Wisdom Playground coaching group. She is an amazing woman, an amazing healer, and an amazing author. And I will let her do a little intro of herself, and then we'll get into our juicy question. Take it away, Lisa.
Thank you so much. My name is Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing, which I wrote after I healed myself from cancer without any medical intervention whatsoever. And now I teach my clients how to take command of their own bodies so that they too can heal themselves without fear, without worry, without problem.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. At the end, I will, like in the comments, I'll put links for people if they want to buy the book or if they want to get in contact with you. So I'll get those links off you later, and we'll add those to the comments. All right, Lisa. So what I would like to ask you is, what 3 pieces of advice would you give a new mum today so that they can benefit from your experience?
So even though I've never been a mom, at least in this lifetime, I remember being a child. And when I was 2 years old, I remember when I would go to sleep at night, I remember laying in my bed, and I remember just being connected to the universal field. And I could see the history of humanity. I understood why there were wars on the planet. I could see that humanity had forgotten who they were. I saw all kinds of pretty amazing things. And most people would say, you know, those were kind of mystical experiences. However, it was just normal. It was just me. It was just me being connected to source. And so what I would say is, ask your children, you know, when I was little, I just knew, everybody just assumed that because I was little, I didn't know anything. So nobody ever asked me anything. And I couldn't tell anybody what I knew, because what I knew was that in history, people who knew what I knew, they kind of met with some really unsavory endings. And that terrified me. So I knew that when I looked around at the people who had forgotten their galactic heritage or their unconditional love, that they wouldn't really understand what I was talking about. So I just stayed silent and I never said anything. And I just buried everything that I knew. So what I would say, and I've had this conversation with many people who are light workers and intuitives these days, and we knew a lot when we were little kids. So what I would say is, listen to your children and ask some questions. Assume that they know more than what we think they know. Assume that they remember their angelic heritage, and let them guide you, help them, allow them to help you remember your angelic heritage. Allow them to help you tap into some of your intuitive gifts and talents that maybe you have forgotten, but they still remember. So I would say, assume brilliance, ask questions, and listen to their answers.
That's amazing. It's absolutely. And okay, so what sort of questions should we be asking our kids then?
So, well, I would ask, you know, what do you remember about where you were before you came into your physical body? Where were you? Who were you? Why did you come into your physical body? What gifts and talents have you brought? Just ask. If they don't know, that's fine, but they might know. And by encouraging them, by asking these broader questions, it might stir some memories. And I think the children being born these days have very, very clear and activated DNA, because they're here for a very specific reason. And they're here to help us build this new earth. So many of them will already know. Many of them are very clear, and they know exactly why they're here.
Beautiful. Brilliant. Thank you so very much for that. That's amazing. Like there's just so much more that I could ask you about that.
I'll come back.
We could talk for, yeah, absolutely. We could talk for hours. I think this is definitely something that we're going to have to have another chat about. Thank you so very much, Lisa, for your time and your wisdom. I really appreciate it. Again, I will put links in the comments below about, how they can get in touch with you and buy your amazing book and just find out more about your fantastic journey. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you.